Right, hello there, YouTube world, ladies and gentlemen. Right, it's the uh, second day with my stitches in. Right, anyway, this is a request video, a review, if you will, of a plethora of vinyl record LPs. Right, a backstory. Obviously, the person knows who it's for, but for legal reasons, Lawrence of Arabia, aka Pig Twunk's, Pig Twunk's girlfriend, kindly gave me them, but it was from Lawrence of Arabia's grandmama. Right. And they're all original, maybe apart from the one that I'll show you, the Rod Stewart's Greatest Hits, because I've already got that and I got that out of HMV, but that one probably could be a slightly earlier copy. Right, I've listened to that last night. That was a lot better than what I thought it would be. It's like it's like a sort of Scottish version of the Dubliners. I think they're Scottish anyway. Anyway, it's a really good album though, but I've noticed that songs that are like the 40s, 50s, 60s and a wee bit of the 70s, if they're like folk or like country, they're not as long as other songs. Like they're only about 2.5 minutes long, some of them. This recording was made in the spring of '65. The same year was the span of the Corrs folk trio. Aye, but it is a good album though, so much better than I thought it would be. And then I've not listened to any of the other ones, but I've cleaned some of them and I've looked at them. I've not even studied them to see if they're worth anything. But Don Williams' Greatest Hits, I've heard of him before and I've got him on cassette tape. Now that's why I call music sex. I've cleaned that one though, like took all the dust off it and cleaned it, but I know what this will sound like because I've heard all the songs individually. Queen, One Vision, Eurythmics, There Must Be an Angel Playing With My Heart. Bryan Adams and Tina Turner, It's Only Love. That's a song for Bryan Adams' best album in my opinion. And then Kate Bush, Running Up That Hill, and all that. But it's a good album though, and I didn't need to obviously listen to it before I review it because I know it's going to be good. And then this one, Shadows. Not heard the Shadows in absolute ages, but I've got a few of their albums, so I know exactly what that will sound like. Buddy Holly's Greatest Hits. I've already got one of their Greatest Hits, but it's not that version, so that's good. And this will be original. Printed in England. Right, it's not really got a date on it, but I could have a look inside it and see on the actual record itself. Right, let's see. 57 and 58. So maybe started recording it in 57 and then finished in 58. That's mental, that. That's more than 65 years old. If it was finished in 1958, that means it's 1 year older than my mother. That album. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I didn't care what it is as long as it's original. Because the original's better than getting a remastered version because you want to hear it as it was recorded. That's going to be really good as well. As soon as I got given that, I had to look through it and there's some classic songs on it. Blue Suede Shoes by Carol Perkins. Whole Lot of Shaking Going On, Jerry Lee Lewis. Bye Bye Love the Everly Brothers, they're absolutely incredible. Need to listen to them more often. Crocodile Rock, Elton John, even though I'm not all too keen on them, but still quite a good song. Blue Moon, phenomenal song. You Really Got Me, The Kinks. Hey Paula, Paul and Pauline, or Paula. Up on the Roof by the Drifters, but I prefer Robson Jerome's version. I Never Loved a Man the Way I Love You, Aretha Franklin. I need to get her greatest hits one day. Aye, but anyhow, this is going to be a phenomenal album. Obviously, when I do listen to the majority of them, or definitely listen to Now That's What I Call Music 6 and 75 Million Sellers Original Artists, I'll do a separate review on these two LPs. But I've had them for a wee while and I should have done them by now. Listen to them and review them. I've had ample opportunities when the football's been on. I could put it on mute and listen to it. But anyway, as I said, I've got this on vinyl record already. But I'm sure this is an original. It looks like it. I mean, it feels like the exact same one that I've got, but my one feels a bit thicker, like a remastered version, like a 2015 remastered version. I got mine out of HMV, and I'm sure, if I'm correct, this is definitely the original, because it says 1979 on it. Hot Legs is a Brown song. Maggie May, Do You Think I'm Sexy? Sailing, Don't Want to Talk About It. The Killing of George Part 1 and 2, that's supposed to be a very sad song that, and the first cut is the deepest, and I was only joking, but the first cut is the deepest is a cover version, and Sailing actually is a cover version. Right. It's in immaculate condition if it is a an original. It's very dusty and there's one or two tiny little scratches, but considering if this is an original 1979, amazing. Anyhow. Anyway, I didn't really need to review that, but I could when I listen to it all, but I've heard all the songs loads of times. But I've not listened to the greatest hits in absolute ages. No listened to any Rod Stewart in absolute ages actually. Glenn Miller and his orchestra playing original music from the film Glenn Miller Story. That'll be interesting. Every single charity shop I've ever been in, there's at least one or two Glenn Miller's greatest hits on an album. 1958, man. Crazy. Anyway, that'll be quite interesting to listen to. That'll just be an instrumental. It'll be classical, like swing music. Aye, apparently. Right, Eddie Hill. And then, oh, I've already showed you them. Right. Aye, but the Leaving of Liverpool number 6 and side 1 was good. Right, but it's a very good album overall, and I've listened to it all the way through. Maybe apart from the last two songs, or last song on side 1, no, 2, but it's still good. Anyway. There's some of them obviously that are no in a sleeve, so I'll have to put them in a sleeve. God, there's loads of scratches on this one. Won't be able to get them all off, but I'll be able to get the finger marks off and all the dust. Anyway, I'll show you that I got a whole load of them one day, and I think this is the last one, so I'll put this one inside here. Put that inside there, and the next time I listen to a record, while I'm listening to the record, I'll take all the dust off of side A and B twice, and then spray it, and then try it. But I've noticed over the years, listening to records and collecting them, that new records that you buy at HMV or online, if they're made that year, they've got more dust on them for some reason. Older ones didn't. They do have a wee bit of dust on them, but anyway, it's just real interesting. I just love now and again when I find a good deal, picking a, like it says, like whatever for whatever, like a deal, 5 for £5, 6 or 8 for £5 or 5 for 20, and if I get like the amount that I've got but I need one more, I always choose one based on either its legendary status or one that's just a brilliant front cover. I've done that I think 4 times now. I just took a punt, and I've took a punt on Culture Club Coloured by Numbers, Dire Straits Brother in Arms, technically Ed Sheeran's second last album, Foo Fighters album. Oh, there's loads, but they 4 in particularly. Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water, and the reason I say that is because Van Halen 5150. All the albums I've never heard all the way through before purchasing it, but I got it just because of their legendary status. Aye, because my mother recommended me Culture Club Colour by Numbers, and my father recommended me Dire Straits Brother in Arms, and they 2 albums are a masterpiece. Yeah, definitely. And then I took a punt on... No, in fact, I didn't take a punt on Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes, because my father had that on CD, and I had to get it on vinyl. But anyway, and then... Oh, there's loads I took a punt on, like Carole King, Trappist Day, but that's an absolute masterpiece. One of the greatest ever albums by a female vocalist. And Heartbreaker by... Heartbreaker by... Right, it was Dionne Warwick. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Dionne Warwick, Heartbreaker, and the song Heartbreaker is one of the greatest songs ever by a female vocalist. The Bee Gees helped her write that whole album. Anyway, so Trappist Day by Carole King, Heartbreaker by Dionne Warwick, and maybe a few others like Kylie Minogue Disco. They're the greatest albums by a female vocalist or entertainer, because I would class Kylie Minogue more as an entertainer, because all the legendary female singers that have got high status, very influential, or in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, are much better vocalists than Kylie Minogue. But none of them are really overall a bigger entertainer. For instance, like Diana Ross and Shirley Bassey, they are much better singers, but they're not better entertainers, in my opinion anyway. But more people probably like Diana Ross and Shirley Bassey. But without Shirley Bassey and Diana Ross and people like her, there wouldn't be a Kylie Minogue. Anyway, as I'm seeing this video, Broxburn lost 2-1 today to Clydebank, but it was only a friendly. But I think we're going to struggle this season. Anyway, I've finally done a review of these albums, even though I've only listened to one of them all the way through. But as I said, I didn't need to listen to that because I've already heard that, but I will. Didn't need to listen to that because I've already heard it. In fact, I will need to listen to that actually, because I've not heard all the songs, but I've got the greatest hits. But, as I said, I will definitely be making a video to review they two. Right, anyway. So that was a request by Lawrence of Arabia's father. Obviously when he sees this he knows exactly who I'm on about. Eddie Hill. So that was it. So the records I just showed you were for Lawrence of Arabia's grandmama. Aye. It took me a wee while to listen to him. I just couldn't really be bothered. Sometimes you really need to be in the mood to listen to music. I'll listen to one of them later on though. Aye. And then I'll do well, when the teams are announced for England versus Norway, I'll do a £5 free bet builder, and then I'll do a separate one for 50p. So I'll have two chances. Last time I won on an England game, so hopefully. Anyway, so earlier on I was drinking that, because I've not had that in absolute ages. And I might have to have another one later, because I think if I didn't either have another one of them later, a Dextro energy tablet, the vitamin B6 and B12 spray, or throw water over my face, I don't think I'll make it till 10, because I'm out of it. My eyes feel absolutely heavy as anything, and I feel so weak. Anyway, right, but aye. So that was my review. Some very kind records I got given as a gift, and I'll be enjoying them for many years to come. Bye.